So, the law of demand flows out of this, and the relationship shows us that at a higher price lesser will be purchased and a lower price a greater quantity will be purchased, other things remaining constant. So, we can state the law of demand in the following manner: more is bought at a lower price than at a higher price, other things remaining constant. And therefore, when we take up any discussion of a demand curve or demand curve analysis, we have a schedule or we have a curve, and we try to interpret what is happening to demand when the price is changing. Now, let us take a schedule and try to understand the relationship between prices and quantity demanded in this hypothetical table or demand schedule. You find that when the price is higher, 6 rupees, then the quantity demanded is 10, and when the price falls to 5, demand increases to 20, and as the price goes on falling, for example, if it falls to 4 rupees, the demand is 30. Ultimately, if the price falls to 1 rupee, then the demand is 60, and therefore, this relationship shows us that there is an inverse relationship between price and the quantity purchased. Whenever the price rises, the demand contracts. Whenever the price falls, the demand rises or it expands. So, we now know that the demand curve slopes downwards from the left to the right, which means that there is an inverse relationship between demand and price. Now, the next thing is that we need to know why the demand curve slopes downwards. In other words, why is there an inverse relationship between demand and price? So, when the price falls, for example, people who could not purchase the commodity earlier because of their income constraints will now be able to purchase more. So, a fall in price may attract new purchasers, new buyers, and because of that demand may increase. So, this is one reason why the demand curve slopes downwards, or why an inverse relationship exists between price and demand.